Is the method of using pendulum dowsing or dowsing rod, are they accurate methods of knowing the answer yes or no? I would say these methods are already outdated, right? As long as you have entities above your head in any dimensions, right, from 7D, 8D, 9D, 10D, 11D, 12D, as long as you have any entities above or even beyond, as long as there are negative entities above you, any methods using pendulum dowsing or dowsing rod, these methods are not accurate because they are being controlled above you by other entities. There are other entities in higher dimensions. They just simply astral project above the head or in the clouds, right? They could be in any dimension. It could be 8D, 10D, 9D, that sort of thing. Right? These entities, right? They use clouds or UFOs, right? They may be hijacking some of the technologies on Earth to do that. Some of the humans are manipulated using these methods to control them, and these light workers who do this kind of dowsing and suspect some of the people on Earth are anarchists or archons, that sort of thing. These people may not get the correct answer and would think that those people on Earth, such as like Elon Musk or Donald Trump, they are archons, but they are just simply manipulated by these entities called archons or anarchists or Egyptians. Okay, so there are clone bodies. That means when people went to medbeds, be misled by the internet or misled by all these aliens, thinking that these technologies are coming from the stars or from Pleiadians. These are not true, right? So this is why a lot of false information are being dished out in internet or through all these kinds of government agencies, through CIA or through alien projects or programs. So this is why when these politicians, they go to medbeds, they get cloned, but these clones are just simply using poison, chemicals, lasers, right, to create clone bodies, and then they attach to these humans, right? So I already tried to decommission a lot of these patents, right? They may continue to make people think that they are cloned or being poisoned by all these kinds of patents of medbeds, right? But they can get back their true body by removing these chemicals, patents, right? All kinds of poison that they put through the medbed programs. Okay, so the most important thing is that these people on Earth that's been cloned, they need to get back their true body to remove all these layers of poison and stop acting from a place of ego to fight against people on Earth. Alright, so there may be times that I'm also being misled by some of these programs. There are a lot of programs in our head. They use those kind of technology, I don't know what they are called, but these machines may be operated from satellites or UFOs or underground bases, alien bases or Area 51. Alright, they put all kinds of writings, inscriptions that manipulate people through the mind. Right, they will put all these inscriptions into our head to make us behave in a way that obeys them, and we fight against humans, other humans, pets, animals, or even divine, right, light workers, angels, right? So these are some other tactics of the mind control programs. So most important thing is that we need to clear them out, okay, by being aware of certain idioms, words, like there's a lot of hatred in my life. I hate humans. Things like I cannot communicate with my family members. I'm a black sheep. There's communication issues with my loved ones, right, to the extent that I have to divorce, that sort of thing. There's a lot of programs. So sit with meditative state and try to get these kinds of programs out of our mind, right? By being aware, okay, using a third eye to discern that some of these words, or if they are in your mind, you can clear them, right? You just need to tell these words to clear from our mind or in our energy field.